Time for the semifinals. Simplicity against 30k. We had the Chile Mountain Fall Cup, everyone. $500 are on the line. One-day tournament in North America. We are on the NA server. And yes, we have a couple of European players here too. On both sides. And obviously, as mentioned before, playing cross-server results in you having a bit of a ping disadvantage, ranging from 120 to 180, 200, depending on heavily, of course, also where exactly in Europe you live. But that also, for all the European fans, means that some heroes will not be played by some of the European players. Tracer, Zeratul, Ana, very unlikely to be played by one of the European guys, because those are the heroes where ping disadvantage is the most noticeable. As it stands, we are on our first map. This is the best of 3 series, single elimination bracket. The winner moves on to the grand final, and the loser of this series has no shot of winning the tournament anymore, of course. So Stitches gets banned, so does Zeratul and Junkrat. And it should be a good one. This should be a really, really good series. We have a couple of absolute top teams now in the final 4 of the tournament. Brightwing gets banned, and it's an insta pick on Dehaka. Not even hesitating. House of Doom, we've seen it before. Dehaka, huge priority. He is so valuable here and can deliver a lot. And Leo plus Stukov get locked in right away for 30k. Now, again, I pointed this out in the earlier matches, but I want to state this real quickly once more. If you're looking at the teams and you're like, wait, I'm confused. Why is Hazu now playing for 30k? Where are the Hardos? Where are the Donuts? What's going on with Team? Why is Masquerade all of a sudden here? NA is a little bit different. There's a lot of teams or a lot of players in Europe that also have a North American team and participate in some of the NA tournaments with those teams. So in your brain, just distinguish between the NA and the European server and understand that teams or players can be in 2 different teams depending on which server they're playing. It's the easiest way to look at this. But when we're looking at the European tournament, for example, the X Cup, when it continues with the next qualifier, then all of those European players are again going to play for the European teams. And yeah, North American players, by the way, if they wanted, they could also participate in the X Cup, but so far we have very few that are willing to play a bit cross-server. Q is an exception, by the way. He has been subbing in a few times for European teams. Not all that often, but he's the only one so far that I'm aware of that consistently is willing to play a bit cross-server. Now that I think about it, we actually had 1 or 2 others that sometimes did too, but unfortunately we don't have a team that has, as a stable part of their tournament, of their roster, NA players that consistently play. That would be pretty cool to have an NA tournament participate in European tournaments as well, but unfortunately so far that hasn't really been the case. Anyway, it's a little bit of a side tangent. Malfurion and Vala now locked in for Simplicity. I am a fan of every single Vala play that I can get, honestly. She's always been one of my favorites. We have Varian, Stukov with a Tiger's follow-up. Oh boy. Oldie but goldie. That's nice. And for Benny, this is honestly pretty great too. Varian is a very forgiving tank. So when we're talking about ping disadvantages, Varian is one of those tanks where you can have a huge impact even if you are struggling a bit with ping. So it's a very safe one. It's an easy combo to execute too. You need some synergy, of course, between Varian and Stukov, but we'll see who else is coming in as damage, because that combo should be able to play off. But yeah, we're going to check it out. But yeah. Right now, we got Lunara in, and we got Johanna as well. Yeah, Lunara obviously an absolute highlight here. But with Jojo up at the front, we have Masquerade. He can definitely try and save some of the targets here. A good blind at the right moment in time would help them here. Malfurion has to play around with the cleanse. Lunara can reposition herself a bit. I'm eager to see what Cura is going to pull off here. And we got Liming as the final pick, and that's of course exactly where that burst is going to come from that we mentioned a second ago. Varian coming in with a taunt, Stukov with a follow-up, Liming and Tychus trying to top the target. And with that, everybody, we're heading into game number 1 of the semi-final. We got Towers of Doom as our first map between Simplicity and 30k. Legacy for Simplicity, playing here on Malfurion in game number 1. We got Cure on Vala, unaverted. He's playing Lunara, the 2 of them swapping. Pants on Dehaka, and Masquerade is playing Jojo in game number 1. On the right side of the map, then again, we got 30k with Hazops on Tychus, Liam on Liming, the 2 damage dealers for the red team. And as you can see, Bad Benny on Varian for the taunt. Nagurom on Stukov, going already into the low blow as his level 1 choice. And Yasuo is rocking Leo and will start the rotation between the top and the mid lane soon TM. Multi-shot build for Vala, no arrows this time. And the grenade opening on the side of Tigers right here. So let's get this party started and see what Varian can pull off once level 4 kicks in. Obviously a hero that Benny is very familiar with. Played it, I mean, hundreds of times on the European server too. There was a phase in the meta where Benny did nothing else but pick Varian every single time that he had the chance to. And if he didn't, they went for a Nubarak and tried to execute the same play with that. And talking about executing some plays, they executed a nice attack against Lunara at the top, but she did not die and was only forced to fall back to the fountain and pop the cooldown there. For Benny, of course, things are going to get real when level 4 is available. Once you have that taunt, you're trying to set the kills up, for Li Ming in particular, with that combo and enable her to get her resets. So, time will tell. And yep, here are the hits. But the camp is up. Masquerade is trying to ensure that nobody comes in from the side, but obviously they're aggressively taking the opponent's camp here, and they're stealing it with the help of Dehaka, who moved it down. So the pumpkins are claimed, and the red team lets it happen. Very aggressive opening from Simplicity, stealing the opponent's camp away, and 30k just lets it happen. They're just like, alright, take it for now, it's fine. We're going to bring this back later, especially when level 4 is in. But they need to be careful that they don't lose too much down here at the bottom of the map. But already, here comes the move on Malfurion, and there is no way Legacy survives this. He's completely surrounded, has no chance here, and gets dropped. That's first blood in the game. Nicely done. Level 4 is nearly ready now for 30k. Same, of course, also true for Simplicity. And here comes the taunt! And Cure goes down. Varian immediately going in, taunting Ana. Granny, your best days are over. And yeah, if you insult Ana's age and point it out, oh, she goes crazy on you. So she's immediately going for the Varian attack and gets dropped as a consequence from Tigers. Now Masquerade also eating some damage here at the front now, of course. And talking about eating damage in the mid lane, Yasuo, he has to ghost out, riding his little snowflake here. But Shoujo now getting popped at the bottom of the map. And yeah, that is another consequence of Varian just practicing those taunts all day, every day in the mirror. Yeah. 3 kills to 0 now. And they're gonna try to go for even more! And there it is! Lunara is dead. Varian with another salvo of insults. And I was like, your mom... Varian making mom jokes against Bambi's mother, you know that that is not going to go down well with Bambi. No, 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 no. Lunara got immediately triggered here, and for good reason. I mean, yeah, that is just a low blow, and we all know it. But Varian, you know, the boy just doesn't have any standards. He's going for the low blows here, as does our boy Stukov. Yeah, it was bad. I admit it, but there's another taunt. And it seems like Masquerade is just not having a good one here, because he gets blown to pieces. And Tigers doesn't show any mercy here, so that's kill number 5. They already have level 7.5. And it is getting pretty rough on the side of the blue team. They're getting farmed here. In the early game, at least they're getting farmed. Now, this is the comeback map in the game. And obviously, the build that gets executed by 30k is a very powerful and strong one. Not easy to deal with. But yeah, they're going for it. Top side, there it is. Maybe kill number 1. Yeah, Yasuo down, activates the trait. Good for him. And that is the first kill for the blue team. So Simplicity is able to at least get the first kill onto the board. But can they follow up on that or not? Already the Iron Skin used, but the taunt this time is just connecting with the Haka. And the combo is just way too strong. I mean, again, they can't escape it. If you can execute it and engage as easily as they do, then 30k is gonna rock one kill after another. They need to interrupt this somehow. They need to come in and try to make sure that it doesn't really happen. But once those abilities get changed, it's nearly impossible. So they're trying to make a play for Cure here. But look how fearless they are charging in, because they are fully aware that it's really difficult for Simplicity to deal with all of this. And Simplicity, they are responding by being insanely defensive now. They are way more passive. They're sitting back here, and they know that they have to be super careful whenever they move just a step out of those bell towers because Varian could engage from any angle here. If they don't have vision on him, they need to be cautious. Level 10 is nearly ready, and it should yield them both of these altars. With level 10, they should get both of them. Yeah, Masquerade is going for one interrupt. The main engage here, then again, is nearly dropping Leo once more. Oh, but Vala running full on into the Liming combo. And level 10 is still not ready, but it will be in just a second. But Benny is zoning out Masquerade and just saying, okay, buddy, get away from my altar. I'm not gonna take this one. Alrighty. So, with that said and done, they take the opponent's Pumpkin Camp too. We have now 6 kills to 1. The level 10 advantage is there. They are attempting to take over the bottom bell tower and therefore control the bot lane. Still the most important one on this map. I mean, rule of thumb is that whichever map you're looking at, the map that has the most mercenary camps travel through it is the most important one. And since... Oh, beautiful Entomb. But, of course, the level 10 is ready for Jojo, and she can jump out. They're trying to turn it, and they're about to take down Tychus, but they cannot take him. Instead, it's a focus on Leo and Liming, and they get both of those, and I guess that's a good consolation prize here. So, well played. 6 kills to 3, and Simplicity is slowly coming back. They had to buy time for level 10. They did well. And they are now trying to bring that back, and they already have taken the lead in experience. Yeah, those mid-game kills, they are worth a lot more than the early game drops that we've seen from 30k. But I like it. It's a back and forth now. Simplicity in the early game, they definitely were struggling a bit more, but now they're fighting back tooth and nail. Tychus already commandeering Odin. Liming is moving in as well, and Lunara, they sacrifice Leoric once more. No counter kill, but at least they got the pumpkins. That's the thing with Leo. If you can sacrifice Leo, then oftentimes it is worth, just simply because he respawns on site, doesn't have travel time, and that is a huge plus. It's a big plus for them. But you can tell that now after level 10 it's a bit harder for Benny and his boys to execute the combo properly. There's isolation now against them. Jojo can jump out a little bit. But here comes another attempt. No follow-up from Stukov in time though, and that makes it tricky, but they're still going for Jojo, and they nearly drop her. Is the grenade ready? No, it isn't, and Hazu needs to be careful. He went in deep for this, and Cure tries to capitalize on that. Moved in to drop the Renegade, but Hazu kept alive by Nogrom here. Pans is coming in now too. And Bad Benny is also a bit low as everybody is fighting over the altar in the middle of the map. 36 points against 24. Big advantage still for 30k, but this is the comeback map. This is the big one. Late game control is all that matters here. Leo again, dragged low, might die, and does as Jojo comes in. Yasuo eliminated, and they have to fall back here. They couldn't really trade his life well. Wasn't really too much that was done. And Tychus is dying too. So the channel is still happening. The 4 shots get fired. 32 points against 24. Tychus dead, and this is 6 kills to 6. And it really is making a bit of a dent into the defense of 30k, because they're level behind now. Look at the experience gains here. The hero experience, there's 1,500 of a difference in hero experience, even though they have the same amount of kills. And that's just simply true because of the underdog bonus and the time when those heroes were killed. High-level heroes give you a lot more experience than low-level heroes, so those kills are worth a lot more. And the added minion experience that they get through the Dahaka rotations, they just add up on top of this. So now they're going for another drag attempt. They try to make the play for Bad Benny. Varian is in trouble, tries to charge out, and they are able to save him. But it comes at a cost. They lose the bell tower. The bell tower is down, and that gives them control over the bot lane now. Simplicity has absolutely turned this game right now. Yep, they have. Okay, in comes another play for Leo. He goes for the N2, but it's against Masquerade. He doesn't have his ult ready though. He can't jump out. He eats tons of damage, but it's not enough to take him on. And Yasuo is about to fall once more. Leoric turns into Leoki here. Dies again. 7 kills to 6. A single altar on the bot lane. That's rough for 30k. They won't be able to get to it at all, because again, if you're moving in here, you have a bell tower on your right, a bell tower on your left. They're trying to come in from the top, I suppose, and could try and make that play, but it means that they have no real way to disengage. So that would be a risky play to make. And they can be zoned out very, very easily here. Especially with the pumpkins now locked in. They have to split their attention onto lane and altar. So they simply let the altar go. They allow Cure to channel it for free and deal with the pumpkins instead on the right side of the map. Abolish Magic on level 13 is ready. Of course, waiting for the level 16 talents. On the core, as you can tell, both teams now with 24 points. And here comes the engage again. Trying to move in with Jojo against Bad Benny. The turnaround attempt. And Lulnara is dead. Bambi down. A move for Cure. Varian is deep. 31,000 damage on Li Ming. 42,000 for Vala. Stukov is dead. Varian is low. Hazu's in trouble. And gets out. But oh boy. Jesus, these ones are clutch. The lead still goes heavily to Simplicity. The blue team is dominating this game now. They have bell tower control, they have the lead in kills, and most importantly, they have the level 16 talent. 5 deaths on Leoki. Died 5 times here. And of course, by now, Masquerade, he's been doing a great job here. Struggled a bit in the early game, but now that he has his ult ready, and the rest of his abilities, he's doing much, much better. Virulent Reaction on level 13. The follow-ups on Stukov have been pretty difficult for him. And they just didn't get that combo executed as well as they should have. Once more, there it is. They try to make the play for Masquerade, but they can't. He's dodging out the stun of Vala. Cure following with even more damage. And he gets a lot out of it, forcing Liam to retreat. Quick teleport, disengage, triple altar phase, and it's happening in 15 seconds. That's not enough time to soak the experience for 16 for 30k. 2 of those altars should go to Simplicity, and that would be a big, big blow in this one. Leo against the Haka, already up at the top, down here at the bottom. They're trying to go for the pumpkins. The kill against Leoric in the 1v1. Hello, team? Yazu down, and Bad Benny, he gets healed, he survives, but he won't be able to participate in the fight. First 5 shots are already fired. They're down to 19 points. They lost the top right. They might lose all 3 altars. They should lose all 3 altars. This is a disaster. Another 5 shots incoming. They're down to 14 against 24. At the top left, the Haka, he's channeling. The team is moving in. Leoric will be back, but the position is much, much better for Simplicity now. And there's another kill. They go for Leoric again. He came, he saw, and he died again. Veni, Vidi, BG. Easy kills. 10 kills to 7. They go down to the single digits. And of course, at this point, the boss is easy pickings. They move in for him. Bell tower at the bot lane can be recapped now by 30k, but those 4 points will still hurt and drop them down to 5. Oh boy, what a disaster for 30k. They got their level 16. That means a lot. They can fight with even talents, but this is rough, very rough. Now the good news is that this bell tower is so low that 30k is going to take 2. They're going to claim both of them. So now they have a slight advantage. Top side, that's Belunara and Dehaka trying to equalize it again. And with the help of the pumpkins, they will. The camp comes in, and it's 4 against 4. But there is also a few of those pumpkins moving through, and they're trying to go for a bit of a trap. That's an Admiral Akbar moment right here. It's a trap! And they're trying to get it. The combo, Masquerade, he eats all the damage. He doesn't care. He easily sustains himself through it. Yeah, well, Li Ming lands another one, so good for her. 3 shots fired, connecting with the core, but it's still 21 points to 5. Big advantage, big lead. So there we go. They go for the camp again. 1.5 level advantage for Simplicity. 40,000 damage for Li Ming, 56,000 for Vala. Yeah. The cowgirl is showing Li Ming how it's done. And level 20 talents are up next. Half a level is missing, that's all. Shots are being fired. Yasu is already getting attacked at the front, scouting all of this out. And a single altar is not going to lose them the game here, but if one altar is taken, they're down to 1 point on the core. Even a pumpkin could end it. And Leo, oh boy. I mean, they are going hard on Yasu. Melting him on his little snowflake here. The Haka is dead. The Haka is dead. They're trying to go bring this back now. Leo gets blown to pieces, but this time they're trading. This time they're trading. That's the way that you want it. Trade Leo for a kill. The force on the ult, but this is another one. Yes, Jojo is dead too. Alright, now we're talking. They could retake a bell tower here. They're channeling right away. They're not trying to waste any time. They're going to get 8 points of the core. It's going to be 10 to 5. 10 to 5. First 4 shots are fired. Boss isn't up. Shots are in. Vala retaking. Leo is not about to spawn. It's Hazu who's going for the channel. Everybody else can try and protect the bottom lane. Or they can try and also go for the bell tower in the middle, which is exactly what Liming is currently doing. Another 4 shots fired. Bam. Level 20 versus 19. 10 points to 5. 30k. They see... I mean, they have a chance here. They definitely have a chance. They already dropped this one low. They can take him later on. But yeah, the silver lining on the horizon is now finally visible. There's light at the end of the tunnel. If they can just get their 20 and then take another team fight, they might draw absolutely even with them. 63 stacks now for Vala. And Vala going on level 20 instantly into the Farflight Quiver. Plus, we now have the Heaven's Fury, and that's a massive upgrade for Jojo. Oh, yeah, that cooldown reduction is hitting hard. So does the Buried Alive. But it's all down to Yasuo now. Does he connect that Entomb? He's ghosting in, he wants it, he gets it on Jojo. They're again going for the tank here. But he's alive, and that's a kill on Leo. Leo is dead again, he gets blown to pieces time and time again. And these moves for Masquerade are just not working out for them right now. Jojo's still fine. And that cooldown reduction is, of course, kicking in. They're trying to retake that bell tower. Keep in mind, the one in the middle is also incredibly low, so 30k can take it at any point if needed. 10 points to 5 on the core. 10 points to 5. Altar spawning. Single altar this time. They're looking for the engage, and they take the kill. Down goes Vala. Nicely done. They're trying to get a counter kill on Liming, and it just doesn't work. Lunara does the damage, but it's not enough. Liam again teleporting out here. Leo is about to come back, and he has his Entomb. If he lands it, if they land a good Entomb here, they could maybe get another kill and stagger death, but it's not quite possible for them. Pumpkins are about to be taken. Oh boy. Simplicity and 30k. They're going for the big fight here, aren't they? 4 shots are going to be fired. 5 points to 6. Yeah, we are indeed on Towers of Doom. The comeback map once again. Just absolutely crushing it here. They try to go towards the top, try and intercept them here. They haven't taken to the mid lane yet. They haven't taken that bell tower. They want to delay this so that they don't give him a chance to fight back and reclaim it. Masquerade, he needs to deal with this. Top side, they're taking the pumpkins out too. Boss is up another 14 seconds, but so is Vala. So they're trying to retake up at the top. And that puts them into a 4 versus 4 situation in bell towers again. But here it is. This one gets claimed by the minions, and therefore the 5 versus 3 advantage still holds. 30k. The boss is up. Boy, it is getting scary here for both sides. The only one, by the way, that hasn't died yet is Bad Benny. Bad Benny. Good Benny. No dead Benny today. 9 stacks for 30k on the level 4. And there it is. The attempt to reclaim the middle bell tower. Where's the Entomb? Are they going? Oh, Lunara! Oh boy, if he would have followed up on that grenade instantly, they could have gotten the kill. But yeah, that would have been a pretty big gamble. Nice grenade from Hazu. But the follow-up of Yasuo wasn't fast enough. And he didn't use the ult at all. So in this case, he at least preserved the cooldown. That was important. But yeah, just imagine if they would have called that directly. Alright, pumpkins are taken. Leo is down again. Oh boy. The Leorki play at this point is gonna hurt. There's a double altar and a boss. Guys, there is so much on the line here. And Leorki is down for another, let's say, 30 seconds. He's gonna connect those drains. He's gonna reduce the cooldown a little bit. He should be back to business. He can still scout this out. So yeah, they're forced back heavily. Heavily. And there's, of course, Odin. Ult is already being used. Bad Benny is moving in. They're trying to zone them out. The shots are fired. 1 point on the core. 1 point on the core. And Varian is dead. The drag connects the kill, the double kill. And that is a victory for Simplicity. There is no way to save this anymore. Leo is about to die again. He's down. That leaves only 2 defenders. Yes, it's the damage dealers, but they can go either for the boss or they can go for the channel on the altar. They decide in favor of the altar, and that is it. Game number 1, as Leeming dies, ends in favor of Simplicity. They take the lead in the best of 3 series in the semifinals. 70 kills to 11. And GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Simplicity! They got the 1-0 lead in Dragonshire's map number 2, everybody. 30k started off strong in game number 1 and got a lot of kills with Varian and Stukov, but especially after level 10 hit, Simplicity just played it better and survived nearly every engage that 30k threw at them. So off we go. Zeratul gets banned so that Cure can't pick him. And, well, we'll see what exactly 30k has in mind this time. Yeah, there we go. Again, picks are a little bit limited for some of the players, as I already mentioned earlier. The Europeans at least have a ping disadvantage, and that will result in some of them not playing some heroes. I mean, it was noticeable in previous tournaments, North America, especially with players like, let's say, Dino, for example, not playing a Tracer or a Zeratul. Some of the supports not playing Anna, since she's incredibly difficult to play when you have a ping disadvantage. But either way, as it stands, we have, of course, also on the macro side some options, even with the Haka ban, because you still have False set up as a potential pick. Technically, there could also be Rexa claimed on the map. It's Dragonshire after all. Ban against Junkrat, you can't be mad about that. Junkrat is just insanely good. But yeah, let's see. Do we get a Rexa here? Is the King of Dragonshire going to make an appearance? Is Hazu maybe going to play Falstad? Is that going to be big for them? If they want to control the macro game and try to use globals, after we've seen Brightwing and the Haka banned out, that would make the most sense. But they're starting things off with Stukov again. So technically they have an opportunity to go into something along the lines of Muradin, Varian, maybe a Nubarak. Try to dive, follow up with Stukov and get value out of that. But yeah. Let's see. The blue team, there's Falstad. Okay, they pick Falstad. They are the ones with the global, and they take Nubarak too. Okay. The only global in the game. I mean, again, technically there's a couple more, right? But realistically, Falstad is the only one that's really left here for them to pick. I don't think that we're going to see some Samuro global shenanigans, Illidan with Hunt. That is like a bit of a pseudo-global, Vikings or Abyssar. I mean, Abyssar is probably the most likely out of all the ones that I just mentioned right now, but I don't see that happening either. We got Vala locked in and we have Blaze. So Blaze is going to be at the top lane, meaning no Rexa for now. There are definitely some differences here also between the meta that we see in these games. A little bit of a mix between the European influence and what the North American boys want to play on their own server. And what's being played just only in Europe. It's like the cool thing about regional differences in general. There's a lot that they share. A lot of the things are very common picks on each server and every region. But there are always subtle differences, and sometimes that is just one hero that doesn't get played at all, or others that have different priority. The beautiful thing was always the offline events when we had the regions clash, but sadly, of course, those don't exist anymore, as a Blizzard is not trusting HGC anymore, the heroes gaming community. And, well, it would be lovely if at some point we had again an offline event like this, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Chromie! Okay. They're going full weep mode on us. Chromie and Hogger get played, so a Nubarak stun into a Chromie follow-up. Whereas Yasu is playing Johanna this time apparently, unless of course they're swapping things. I mean, is Bad Benny really going to play Vala, or are we going to see some hero swaps after the draft is completed? Last pick. Need a bit more damage. What do we get? The red team finishes their draft out with Lul and Nara. Okay, so they're lulling around once again. Bambi gets picked. And that leaves us with a final pick for Simplicity as they aim for a 2-0 victory to reach the grand final of the tournament. And play for the title here. And they also need still... I mean, they need their support at this point. And, well... What's it gonna be? Actually, they're delaying this quite a bit. Malfurion. And Nubarak Malfurion, very traditional combo. A little bit surprising that they waited for this one this long. So Malfurion with a follow-up root after Nubarak gets the stun out. And well guys, that sets us up. Game number 2. Is it going to be the 2-0 victory for Simplicity, or is 30k now forcing the third game in this series? But figure it out. Shire, map number 2. Game on! Here we go, everybody. Simplicity against 30k. It is time to party. We got the blue team with the lead in the series and the attempt to finish this with a 2-0 with another victory here in Shire. We got them with Legacy on Malfurion, Q on Falstad, Pants on Hogger. Unaverted is playing Chromie, and we got Masquerade on Nubarak. On the right side of the map, 30k with Liam on Blaze, Hazobs on Lunara. Norgrom is playing Stukov, we got Yasu on Jojo, and Bad Benny is turning into our favorite Valor player here with the Puncturing Arrow. Cure already going for a little bit of running it down mid play as he goes in deep to try and get some stacks for his level 1. Got 2, but he also ate a little bit of damage there. And they're blocking Masquerade, they're trying to target the front line again. But at least for now, all of the tier players on the blue team are able to make it out of the fight. Eating tons of damage on the other hand. And well, hold your horses. Unaverted might be in trouble. And Blaze comes in with a kill. Legacy nearly dying too. Chromie, the first one to fall. Easy kills against the Chromester. Now, Agadas, and interrupting the rotation here. And Legacy, okay, he's not going to die to this, but obviously it's not really the best encounter for him. As it stands, early aggression again from 30k. They're doing really well in the early game here. Same happened in the last game though, map number 1. Pants with an interesting play. I mean, that backfired on him very quickly. So Hogger dies too, and 30k takes the free kill. But as I was about to say, early game, one thing. 30k excelled in it on map number 1, but then it was the mid game and once level 10 abilities connected that they were really starting to struggle. So as much as this is already a good start for them into the game, it is of course not enough. They really need to carry that momentum into the mid game and bring it. Benny is going for the camp solo on this one. As long as he's not interrupted, it's going to be fine. Hogger is just pogging out, getting a little bit dizzy over here, and is easily taking the camp, gets a bit of an assist from a heal. And they are going for the Dragonite already. So the double altar connect, or double channel through the shrines. Down at the bottom of the map, Chromie gets attacked, and Chromie is down. The dwarf explodes, and that is a second kill against the mage. Yeah, nicely done. Really well played by 30k, and they are now controlling the bot lane perfectly with those siege giants, and they apply pressure in the middle of the map on the dragon statues. So Simplicity is in a pickle. They're trying to win the 1v1 up at the top. Hogger is going up against Liam here, but the more time is bought, the more freedom for Hazobs, for example, to use those siege giants and do some damage to the structures. Falstad is now dead too. The bird is eliminated, and Yasu is going for the other channel. Blaze sacrifices his life, and he wants to allow the team to get the Dragonite, but it didn't really work out. I'm pretty sure that Blaze could have moved out and simply saved himself, but they were hoping to buy enough time for the channel to be completed in the middle, and none of these things worked out for him. So now with level 4 talents, we got the static shield ready. But yeah, 4 kills to 1, level 6 to level 6. And as you can tell, Simplicity, they were under pressure, but they didn't crack. And now this could turn again as it did in game number 1. Already the pressure on Azu. They try the kill. Cure. With the aggressive barrel roll forward. Now they weren't quite able to get this one. But yep, there we go. 4 kills to 1, everybody. We got the rotation of Pants and Cure towards the mid lane now. Everybody is aiming to get a couple of those, a couple of the control points on their belt. Level 7 talents are of course going to be a big help with that. Towards the top you can see that Pants is still playing this out with Liam, but the level 7 talents are now ready, and that give us amongst other things the Choke in Pollen, the Growing Infestation. Frost Shot is ready for them. Level 10 is going to be a bit of a game changer too, obviously. Especially Nubara can drive those fights very aggressively with the Cocoon that he attacked that, and yeah, we'll see. But yeah, at this point we got Cure. That one, he is getting attacked. Yasu, there's the hit. And here comes Vala. Vala down. And off we go. Towards the top, we got Pants in. Liam is there as well. Still trying to fight for the control over this one. And as more and more control is taken at the bottom of the map with the altar here, we're going to have the pressure in the middle of the map right now. So Kyo's there. Legacy is also starting to make the play. Yasuo is getting attacked, but pops the trade just in time. Kyo now with the channel. They're losing top control. They lost the bottom, and it's pretty much the same MO that we've seen on the last map. Hoga goes down, so they are trying to reclaim, and they're denying the Dragonite to the opponent. So good for them. But as you can tell, it's just a back and forth at this point. They're going back and forth the entire time here. 3 kills to 5. And it is a pretty good second game, because initially it's once more 30k that runs the agenda and really makes the decisions here. But at this point, as you can tell, Simplicity is making more and more moves to try and break through all of those plays that we're seeing from the red team. And they are starting to make some pretty decent decisions themselves. Nearly getting the Dragonite in that last encounter. It was only Hoga dying at the top lane that prevented it from happening. So 30k rotating a second tier or top side definitely worked out for them. But both are now aiming for level 10 abilities, and Siege Giants are underway at the bottom of the map. The Global is playing a huge role here too. So Q now moved in and was able to take the top. Can maybe escort this out a bit further, but it's a level 10 that's the most important now. He dodges out on the stun. That's already big. And here's level 10 now for both sides. So Hodapult is ready. We got also Strafe down at the bottom of the map. Yeah, in comes Bad Benny. Harzops is there too. Nogrom as well. Leap is chosen as the ult. We got Strafe and of course the bunker. Slowing Sands for Chromie, and with Hoga we're getting more camps taken. It's all about the pressure on the lanes now. They've made great plays trying to isolate not only heroes, but also forcing them away from lanes so that they can get the advantage again. Cure gets absolutely wrecked here by Lunara in the initial engage, nearly gets out, but gets dropped towards the end by the damage over time. 6 kills to 3 right now, and that was big. That was really, really big here. The hits against Bad Benny are in, and well, just as they have the advantage, it is Vala that falls, and that's a 4 versus 4. Nicely done. Alright, top side, Liam. I mean, again, action everywhere. Every single time they're trying to set up these ganks, they're rotating heroes over, trying to create a numbers advantage in a fight on a lane, get the quick kill in. We had beautiful snipes there so far from both teams, but nobody got a Dragonite yet. We're already 7 minutes into the game and no DK. Cure is trying again. His global is absolutely going to be crucial throughout the game. He needs to be the one to control the side lanes and push them out, and as the map opens up, he's going to get more and more opportunities to do exactly that. It's all about the control on the altars now, and at the bot lane, it's the red team that moved in for it and grabbed it. Top side, they're making another play for Blaze, but Liam is fine, doesn't have to sacrifice the ult either. No cooldown used by him. Yeah, Hazu with the reconnect. Him going for the minion to reposition himself in that battle, and is again taking control here. Chromie's shots are not connecting. And it's Nogrom that is starting to retake the altar. Top lane, Falstead and Hoga are both making the plays now for that fountain, trying to eliminate the sustain from the lane. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. It makes it so much more difficult for Liam to hold the top altar. Down here, again, the jump into the line, front line. Yeah, this one's already out. Nice play by Hazu. Has to be careful against Cure. Blaze, yeah! Cure with the reaction time here. Blaze was looking for the stun. And if that one connects, Hazu has a perfect opportunity to drop the birdie and put him into the KFC basket. But no chicken McNuggets today. Instead, we are going for the cockroach, and Anubarak is dead. They look for the counter kill on Bad Benny, but they can't drop him. The top lane is struggling on the other hand. With the consistent moves of Falstad towards the top, the birdie made it happen against Blaze. Blaze is under so much pressure now. He doesn't have his fountain anymore. He's consistently lacking the sustain here, and he's losing this battle as we speak. They're not going to get control over that lane unless they rotate someone up. The mobility of Falstad makes it possible. And talking about him, there's the jet propulsion. A little bit too late from Liam to lock Q in place and allow Yazu and Bad Benny to get the kill. But at the bottom of the map, they're making the play for Chromie now. And unaverted, he eats some damage, but it's just not enough yet. And the bird is back. Nice move though by Stukov. Pushes that out. Quick push, and Yasuo, uh-oh. Yeah, dodges out on the stun. Does he have his trade though? Might need the shield here, but is just hit point heavy enough to move out on this one. Legacy, on the other hand, he needs the assistance from Masquerade. And Hazops is saying like, hey, I might as well try and get the kill because I'm already in trouble. Does he get the ult cooldown? No, he doesn't. And there's Bambi dying. Yasuo also low and gets body blocked. Tries to jump out. Might still fall. They're trying to get the kill. And he gets away. That was clutch though. Chromie, on the other hand, she's in trouble. 15 hit points. Are you kidding me? 30 HP, and it's just not enough range. Unaverted waddles his way back behind the gate. The Chromestar alive once more. Yasuo in trouble. The jet propulsion finally connecting with Cure for once. What a fight down here. Absolutely clutch. They take the control, and Pants in the middle. 10 minutes in the first Dragonite. Simplicity trying to give Yasuo a bit of an ass kicking, but the Iron Skin was ready. Here's the stun. Yasuo, he is able to survive once again. So many clutch escapes by him in this game. They push the bot lane though, and the altar falls, and that is just rough. That's just absolutely rough now. They lost control of their sustain in 2 lanes, and they are very likely to lose it in the mid lane as well. Once that those outer defenses fall, they are going to be in huge amount of trouble. Level 16, that's an added bonus. They get the talent. Epicenter is now ready. The first... Guys, the first fort is down. And yeah, this is rough because they have no fountains any longer. Any fight on lane is in favor of Simplicity because of that. And it's not only the mid fort that is suffering. Down here at the bottom of the map, with the Nubarok spawning a few beetles to soak the shots, they're going for the second fort, and they're going to get this one too. You can already tell that the red team is absolutely unwilling to fight into the level 16 talent. But there it is, the fort is down, the minions finish it off, and up at the top, the Dragonite is going to do the exact same thing. So now we have all 3 forts removed, and Simplicity is again in a very, very strong position. Massively ahead in structures. This game was on razor's edge the entire time, but now it is a big, big lead for Simplicity. At least when we're talking about structures. Again, you're looking over to the kills, and that's of course an advantage for 30k. Experience, half a level of a lead, doesn't look this crazy. But passive experience is now increasing for Simplicity. They're going to gain that faster. And they also have a much better position on the map because the opponent doesn't have a fallback option anymore. And they don't have any lane sustain left either. So this is huge right now. And they're going to struggle because of it. If the blue team continues to play as disciplined as they did in the first 10 minutes, they should be able to get a significant lead here. It's all down to 30k now. They need good fights, they need clean fights, and they need kills. If they don't get those, then it will be really, really rough here. 5 kills, 2-7. Top side, Cure. Ooh, he eats the damage. That's a lot right there. Eats the damage. Bad Benny. Yeah, he needs to move away. But with the camp, they're now pushing at the bottom of the map again. And they're starting to take this. They're starting to take this wall down. And the lead is just going to increase. Can they force the fight? The vision is already there. They know where Liam is. Know exactly where it is. Then again, Cure is falling to Hazops. That's a big kill. Cure is soloed by Hazu. But he's getting punished for it. Hazu is down. They're able to take Lunara on. Yeah, Hazu wins the 1v1 against Cure. And then he is getting crushed by Hogger. The Fleabag drops him. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They're going for Masquerade now. They're trying to get the kills in. But they are not able to make any big plays here. So Yasuo is already starting to go in. And here comes the camp. Oh, the stun! Liam, he's down! Liam is down. Liam is absolutely murdered. And, well, there it is. Off we go. Yasuo is ready. And is moving up towards the top. Nogrom, he's trying to do his thing. 7 kills, 2-8, down at the bottom of the map. Bad Benny is there. And all the way up at the top, we got the move for the next Dragonite. That's the big one. Big Dragonite for them. They can go for the core potentially. They're trying to get the level 20, of course, and they're super close on it as well. But let's see. Bad Benny is in. There it is. Vala down, and that is... Oh my god, that is a huge problem. I mean, obviously they're trying to prevent the Dragon Knight because they know this could be even the end of it. But this is going to be a decay and a level 20. And yes, there are still keeps on the lane that they have to go through. But that's obviously going to be an absolute disaster for them right now. The Dragon Knight on the way down to the bottom of the map. The wall already opened up. One of the towers down. They have the Storm Talon advantage. This is a huge lead for them. If they can get another kill here and stagger a death, this could very well be the end of it. And they know it too. Liam is trying to survive here. A bit of an ass kicking from Stukov as he's trying to help out the Dragon Knight at the 14-minute mark. I mean, he's not super strong yet, but he is going to do work at this point. He's definitely going to do work. And here we go. The attack is in. They're trying to make the play for keep. They're going to get it 100%. Can they get more? 8 kills to 8. They're not going for it. Vala is back in 2 seconds. Vala is back in 2 seconds. So there it is. The attack coming in through the mid lane right now. They're trying to open the wall up for another opportunity. But they already have a win condition down at the bottom. Or win opportunity once they win a fight. Any battle that goes against 30k is going to end with a big push for the bot lane. Damage output at this point, we're looking at 47,000 for Vala, 41,000 for Falstad. This should be the 2-0 right here. Unless they can fight back, and 30k knows it too. They need kills and they're looking for it, but they have to play defensive. They don't have level 20 yet. They're looking for anybody that could overstep on the blue team side. Anybody that makes the wrong move so that 30k can come in and take them down. Maybe a jet propulsion from Blaze. Maybe a good burst through Nara. Good lurking arm. Any push, engage through Jojo. They need something here. But the poke continues. Unaverted, he's doing what he can against the keep now. And they're just suffering more and more damage. It's half a level that's still missing. No objective has been announced for a while, but there's a catapult now coming through the middle too. So they need to take this down. They're going to try, but every single time that Yasuo needs to move to the front, he's in danger. They might not quite get the keep here, but it being this low is of course another big problem already. So here's the hits. Guys, this is getting crazy. This is getting absolutely nuts now. 73 stacks for Falstad. 38, by the way, for Johanna. She's nearly at 40. She's going to have a huge amount of self-sustain here. We're even getting the Acrobat now on level 20. Seen that a few times already. 32 stacks on the arrow. I mean, that alone, not really that insane, but again, still decent damage for her, of course. But yes, it is just absolutely crazy. The bot lane pressure is there. It's the structural advantage that gives Simplicity this big lead. And once the shrines are up, we're going to see that even more in action. And I pointed it out at the beginning, but Q is becoming more and more important with Falstad. Now that the lanes are this open, he's the one that, with vision and with good calls, can always push the side lanes. He, of course, needs to be careful that he doesn't get ganked, but he's the one that can now be all over the map. Can be all over the place and make those plays there. Down to the bottom, Falstad is already there. Bad Benny, Hazu Ops. They're trying to ensure that the blue team doesn't have any lane presence. And they get the assist. I mean, the entire time, they're sitting at the side here. Making sure that nobody can flank in. They need to protect the core, and the camps are pushing hard. Masquerade knows that he can't fall into the trap here. Spray game is on point, by the way. Good for him. And yeah, top side. Big pressure now with the camp, with the catapult. Bottom of the map, still holding those back. And the first control over the top lane is, of course, already established. Down here, Hazu against Cure. And there it is, the pressure in the middle. They can't allow this to happen. They cannot allow this to happen. But what are they going to do? The Cocoon and the Dragon Knight. No chance. Spray game is in. They're trying to go for Jojo a little bit. There's going to be the kick. Has to activate the Laws of Hope too. And at the bottom of the map, they're trying for a Hail Mary move. They need kills. They need them now. Cure is alive. Cure is dead. The bird is down. Can they get out though? Dragon Knight is already in the middle. One keep is going to fall 100%, but he's going to go for the core, whereas everybody else is prevented from Hearthstoning back. But Benny is trying. Benny is trying. Keep in the middle has been destroyed. Hogga is on it. Vala is down. Top keep is under pressure. And here they go. They're trying to take it down. We're 18, 19 minutes in. The shields are gone. And this is the play for the 2-0 victory to make it to the grand final. 9 kills to 9. 9. And this has to be it. This has to be game. They're stopping the rest of the team from going back and helping out. Only Lunara. She's the only one. She's not enough. This is the victory. GG Simplicity with a 2-0 against 30k as they move on to the grand final of the tournament.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.